The top three fairly similar, so I'm going to just change the selection to top three models now. This gives me an update on all the charts. I'm going to take a role of an AI researcher that's preparing to run a longer model training. Let's say my team has just finished running a large number of smaller experiments designed to find the right architecture and to optimize some of the hyperparameters, maybe catch some of the early bugs. And now we have a decision to make. What are we actually training for the next month or so? So here I have a table of all those experiment runs. Each item here is a model training runs, and you can see that we actually have over 100,000 model runs. And we can, like, even in this table, we can compare a lot of metrics. But what I actually want to do is I want to get the best ones first, to focus on those. So I'm going to sort by descending blue score, and then I'm going to highlight the first 200 to look into. So when I switch to my charts, I see all the metrics for those models. You can see that we're actually logging quite a lot. So as I mentioned, our goal at Neptune is to actually make sure that you can log in every useful bit of information. And you can see that for some of the models, we run the training for slightly longer. The other ones, maybe not so much. But right now, we actually don't need to dive into these details yet. What I'm going to do is open one of the dashboards that my colleague put together for this exact kind of like experiment design scenario. So here in our compare dashboard, I can actually see what are the various trade-offs between, for instance, this training floor config parameter versus the last blue score that we achieved. And we can actually see that all the top models have the lowest floor. So we're actually going to focus on those. And I can see that, yeah, the top three fairly similar. So I'm going to just change the selection to top three models now. This gives me an update on all the charts. And what I want to do is actually select a model that had a pretty decent balance of, like convergence and stability, to make sure I can actually train it on like a larger data set. So let's see here, the evaluation metrics are progressing nicely. I think the yellow one is actually the most stable on eval. The only like, despite this spike loss, I think the yellow one is the one that I actually want to go with, because again, like, it converges pretty smoothly and seems it gets like over this like loss hump pretty efficiently. So let me open that in a new tab. So now that I opened this model, you can see that Neptune organizes all of the data in this tree structure, which makes it very easy to browse not only the charts, but also the configuration, and it makes everything nicely organized. So I have some of my sys metrics here. These are like Neptune internal metrics that you can use for querying metadata, but I also have all my evaluation scores, and I can see the charts, but I can also see all the training configs, which is, like what's most important to me right now, because this is what I'm going to select for my new longer run. I'm going to use this architecture. I'm going to use these parameters that we set here. And I'm going to run it in a distributed training on the whole data set. It's worth noting that there's also a very efficient API for pulling all this data, but for now, I don't need to use it. I'm just going to go ahead and start the training.